Hello everyone, welcome back to Blacksmith Studios. My name is Jack and today we are surprisingly going to be talking about my thoughts on Squid Games Season 3 and what we may see for the games and the story. Now, yes, I don't normally talk about things like Squid Games, and to be honest, I don't really like things that trend, if that makes sense. If you know me, I like what I like, and when everything's trending on the internet, and people are going, this is amazing, you should watch it, I always kind of steer away from it, which is silly, I know, but I like to keep it my own way, you know? But no, I watched Squid Games eventually, and I actually enjoyed it, and I had thoughts about Season 3, so I thought I'd share them. So firstly, before I begin, apologies for any pronunciation I get incorrect, okay? I'm not Korean, I don't know a lot of Korean projects, or to be fair, this is my first Korean project I've ever seen, so apologies if I pronounce anything wrong. I haven't heard a lot of Korean to understand their sort of dialect and their tone, so I do apologize. But anyway, let's recap over Season 2's ending first. We see Gi-Hun, the main character, play 3 games and eventually lead a rebellion against the guards to get to the front man. Of course, he was unaware that the front man was actually posing as player 1, Young Il, as he called himself. And at the last moment, the front man secretly suits up, kills Jung Bae, and captures Gi-Hun. Gi-Hun has no idea still that the front man was in his ranks, and he just suspects that Young Il was killed. It's a sad ending with a huge twist and a cliffhanger, of course. So where does the story go from here? Well, we know that obviously with 3 games, there are 3 games left. And we know from the end credits that another game involving 2 dolls will be played, as well as 2 more games that were drawn on the walls in the bunk room. A game involving what seems to be monkey bars, and another game involving chess. These are 2 games that I wouldn't really link to Korean culture. So what I will say before going on, these theories are kind of based on that being true. However, it could be that those 2 illustrations of chess and monkey bars on the walls are wrong, that they are just a red herring to trick the audience, because we know to look at the walls. At the end of Season 1, it was kind of revealed at the end that the illustrations on the wall showed the games that were played. This time, we can see it much more clearly because we know to look for it. So, I think it is a red herring, but this is just based on the fact that that is true. So for Season 3, this is how I see it going. This is kind of my little mini pitch and theory. So if I do get anything wrong or you disagree, then just let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. Don't be nasty. Let's just talk about these things. Would love to talk about these things with you. So I believe that the front man will force Gi-Hun to continue playing the games. To start with, Gi-Hun can be thrown into the 4th game, which we've seen hinted at with the 2 dolls. Now, there are many theories for this. One I've heard is that the game is similar to Red Light, Green Light, but there's a bridge involved, which is basically, red light, green light, you cross the bridge, and if it goes red light on the bridge, then anyone on that bridge at the time will be eliminated. Another game I've heard is something similar to the trolley problem. Now, if you've ever heard of the trolley problem, this is a philosophical sort of question where there is a train and there are 2 tracks ahead. One has 5 people tied down and another with 1 person tied down, and the person has to choose which way the train goes. Funnily enough, I actually played High on Life recently, and funnily enough, this was a factor in the game, which I thought was quite funny, especially having written this at the same time. Now, whilst this would be really interesting to see in that struggle and that, the psychological morals of it, I'm struggling to see how this would fit within the context of the games, to be honest, so I'm not sure. And a third one I saw was a game related to a Jack and Jill style game, which is based on a board game, apparently. Now, I'm just going to sort of read this as it was in the article. So the game works as follows. Players start at the bottom of their hill and have to roll the coloured dice to climb to the top, moving to the next space with that colour. Players then spin a wheel, and if it points to a well, they stay on their spot and the next player goes. If it points to a bucket, the player has to go back to the start and wait their turn. To win the game, the player must reach the top and spin the wheel to point to the well. Now, whilst this game would be really cool to see, and I would see it fitting within the context of this game, I also don't think it will happen. Mainly because it's not a Korean game, especially a simple Korean game, and it doesn't really line up. It also doesn't explain that red light, green light, traffic light crossing that we saw within the teasers. But anyway, whatever the fourth game is, Gi-Hun will be forced to watch, and Gi-Hun then negotiates with the frontman to allow him to continue playing, or he could take part in the fourth game. Either way. The fifth game, I think, could be the monkey bars, similarly to how the glass bridge was. There would be a set time limit, and you'd have to go from one bar to another or fall to your death. This could be done similarly to that glass bridge game, and could be the game the VIPs enter. Now, I think this would be really, really interesting to see. I think that, obviously, thinking about it from an outside perspective, it sounds cool, but I think the Squid Games writers could definitely do a really cool game for this. However, so if chess is obviously one of these games as well, then I think this could be the final game. Let's say there are 32 players left in the game, okay? We could see a life-size chess game where Gi-Hun and the frontman play as the king and the other players are the other chess pieces. It would be a great metaphor for the final season, and we could see Gi-Hun finally kill the frontman, and it would be the best moment for the frontman to reveal that he was player one the whole time. I can see it being, obviously the players don't want to move to certain spots because they don't see what's going on, but they've got to, otherwise they die, and then the rest of the team die. So, you know, it forces them to do. We could see Gi-Hun win here, and obviously whilst he's playing the game, he is tormented because he has to basically sacrifice some of the players on the chessboard. This moment could be when his team, his sort of Black Ops team, finally arrive on the island and take down the games once and for all. I think it could be a really interesting third season if it goes down similarly to this, with the big reveal, I think, just like in season 1, would be that the frontman was the son to Il-Nam, who was the host and player 1 in season 1, so that was the reveal. We've had various hints and references to this. One example is that Il-Nam told Gi-Hun that his son had a milk allergy. Then there was a moment where he looked offended as well when Gi-Hun said, "Wouldn't you rather be sitting at home letting your daughter-in-law cook for you?" Now, if the frontman is in fact his son, this would explain why he didn't drink the milk carton in season 2. And obviously with his wife dying, this would line up with the daughter-in-law nod as well. Whatever the case, I'm very excited for season 3. These are just some of my thoughts and kind of my theories to how the games will go and how the story will go. If you have any thoughts about the third season, its story, and any of the games we see, then please comment down below with your thoughts. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who are more experts at Korean games than I am, which is, I'm not. Absolutely, I know nothing about Korean games, so I'm very excited to see how the season goes. I'm very excited to hear what you guys think as well. If you liked this video, then please like and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you all again so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.